It all began innocently enough on a crisp autumn morning when I stumbled upon an antique store tucked away in a quiet corner of the city. The shop's name, Whispers of Yesteryears, was etched in faded gold letters on the window. I'd always been drawn to the nostalgia of bygone eras, and the idea of owning a piece of history appealed to me. As I wandered through the dimly lit aisles, my eyes fell upon a magnificent antique mirror, a relic from a time long past. It was an ornate gilded frame adorned with intricate patterns, and it seemed to exude an air of mystery that beckoned to me. The shopkeeper, an elderly man with a crooked smile, noticed my fascination with the mirror and approached me. He spoke in hushed tones, as if sharing a well-guarded secret. "That mirror," he said, "is more than just a reflection of your physical self. It's a window to another world, a portal to the past and future. Some say it's cursed, while others believe it holds the power to reveal hidden truths." I dismissed his words as mere salesmanship, but the mirror's allure was undeniable. I decided to purchase it, partly out of curiosity and partly out of a desire to own something with a touch of mystique. The shopkeeper wrapped the mirror carefully, cautioning me to treat it with respect. He whispered, "Remember, it shows not only what you wish to see, but what you need to see." With the mirror securely tucked in my car, I headed home, eager to hang it in my living room and admire its beauty. Little did I know that the mirror's true nature would soon reveal itself in the most unsettling and disturbing way possible. That night, after hanging the mirror on my living room wall, I noticed something unusual. My reflection seemed different, distorted somehow. At first, I thought it was just a trick of the light, but as I stared, I realized that the reflection was changing, shifting into something altogether unfamiliar. The room around me faded away, replaced by a scene that sent a chill down my spine. I was no longer in my cozy living room, but standing in the midst of a dimly lit Victorian-era bedroom. The air was heavy with an antique scent, and the ornate furniture seemed to belong to a bygone era. I watched in astonishment as the mirror's alternate reality unfolded before my eyes. A woman in a Victorian gown entered the room, her face etched with sadness. She moved with an eerie grace, her eyes filled with a profound sorrow. It was as if I were witnessing a moment from her life. I tried to step away from the mirror, to escape this strange intrusion into the past, but I couldn't move. I was a passive observer, trapped within the mirror's enchantment. The woman, her eyes filled with tears, began to speak, her voice a haunting whisper. "You must help me," she implored, her gaze locking onto mine through the mirror. "I am trapped here, between worlds, and only you can set me free." Her words sent a shiver down my spine. I was entangled in a surreal experience, torn between disbelief and a growing sense of unease. As I stared into the mirror, I wondered if it was possible that the shopkeeper's words about the mirror's mystical properties held some truth. The woman's pleas continued, and I couldn't tear my eyes away from her sorrowful gaze. She spoke of a curse, a dark secret, and a desperate need for someone to unravel the mysteries of the past. My rational mind fought to dismiss this as a bizarre hallucination, a trick of the mind, but the undeniable realism of the scene unfolding in the mirror left me trembling with fear and curiosity. What had I stumbled upon with this antique mirror? Was it truly a portal to another reality, as the shopkeeper had claimed? And if so, what role did I play in this haunting narrative that had ensnared me? As the woman's story continued to unfold, I realized that I was now part of a tale that straddled the realms of the living and the dead. A tale that would take me on a harrowing journey to uncover the mirror's secrets and confront a disturbing alternate reality that defied explanation. Days turned into weeks, and I found myself increasingly obsessed with the antique mirror and the woman trapped within its depths. I couldn't resist the lure of the alternate reality it offered, the chance to glimpse into a world that defied logic and reason. Each night, I would stand before the mirror, transfixed by the haunting scenes that played out before me. The woman, whose name I had come to know as Eliza, shared her story with a heartbreaking eloquence. She spoke of a love affair that had defied the conventions of her Victorian-era society. Eliza had fallen deeply in love with a man named Samuel, a forbidden romance that had blossomed in secret. Their love letters, hidden away in a hidden compartment within the bedroom, were testaments to their passion and devotion. But their love had come at a steep price. Samuel had been accused of a crime he did not commit, and the authorities had hunted him relentlessly. In a desperate attempt to protect him, Eliza had hidden Samuel in their secret love nest, the very bedroom that I now observed through the mirror. The authorities, led by a ruthless inspector, had closed in on them. I watched in horror as they burst into the room, arresting Samuel and accusing Eliza of aiding a criminal. Her pleas for Samuel's release fell on deaf ears, and he was taken away, leaving Eliza to face a trial that would determine her fate. As Eliza recounted the events, her voice filled with anguish, I felt a deep sense of empathy and a burning desire to help her. But I was trapped on the other side of the mirror, unable to intervene in the unfolding tragedy. Night after night, I watched as Eliza's life unraveled. She was subjected to a sham trial, her innocence ignored by a biased jury. She was found guilty of aiding a criminal and sentenced to a life of confinement in a grim, isolated asylum for women. Eliza's haunting eyes never left mine as she shared her despair and longing for freedom. She implored me to find a way to break the curse that bound her to the mirror, to unearth the evidence of Samuel's innocence hidden within the secret compartment. My obsession with Eliza's story began to take a toll on my own life. I neglected my work, my relationships, and my well-being, consumed by the need to uncover the truth and help Eliza find justice. I had to find a way to bridge the gap between our worlds and set her free. My research into the mirror's history led me to a series of cryptic clues scattered throughout old diaries, letters, and newspapers from the Victorian era. It seemed that the mirror had a dark and mysterious past, with rumors of curses and unexplained phenomena surrounding it for generations. One entry in particular, from a local historian named Edward Thornton, caught my attention. Thornton had been a witness to the trial of Eliza and Samuel, and his account hinted at a deeper conspiracy that had led to their unjust persecution. Armed with this newfound knowledge, I delved deeper into my research, determined to uncover the evidence that would vindicate Eliza and break the mirror's curse. But the more I uncovered, the more perilous the journey became. I began to experience strange occurrences in my own reality, objects moving on their own, eerie whispers in the dead of night, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. It was as if the mirror's alternate reality was bleeding into my world, blurring the boundaries between the two. One fateful night, as I stood before the mirror, Eliza's reflection reached out to me, her hand pressing against the glass. I felt a surge of energy, a connection that transcended the confines of the mirror's surface. It was as if she had found a way to bridge the gap between our worlds, to reach out to me in desperation. Her voice, filled with urgency, echoed in my mind. "You must find the evidence," she implored, her eyes pleading. "It's the only way to break the curse and set me free." I knew then that I had no choice but to heed her plea, to continue my quest to uncover the truth and vindicate Eliza. But as I ventured deeper into the mystery, I couldn't escape the growing sense of unease, the realization that the mirror held secrets far darker and more sinister than I could have ever imagined. The mirror's alternate reality had become an inescapable part of my life, a haunting and disturbing presence that threatened to consume my very existence, and I had no choice but to confront the darkness that lay within its depths, to uncover the secrets that had bound Eliza and me in a web of despair and deception. As I embarked on this perilous journey, I couldn't help but wonder if the mirror held the key to unraveling the mysteries of the past, or if it would lead me down a path of darkness and despair from which there could be no return. My quest to vindicate Eliza and break the curse of the antique mirror plunged me deeper into a world of shadows and secrets. The line between my reality and the mirror's alternate dimension grew increasingly blurred, and I found myself on an unsettling path toward an unsettling truth. Armed with the cryptic clues from Edward Thornton's writings, I began to dig deeper into the events surrounding Eliza and Samuel's tragic love story. I traced their family histories, explored old court records, and sought out the descendants of those involved in the trial. Every piece of information I gathered seemed to draw me further into a web of intrigue. As I delved into the dark past of Eliza and Samuel, I discovered that their love story had been a threat to the powerful figures of their time. Samuel had stumbled upon a conspiracy that implicated influential members of society in a series of heinous crimes, and their love had become a dangerous liability. The evidence Samuel had gathered to expose the conspiracy had disappeared, seemingly erased from existence. But I couldn't shake the feeling that it was hidden within the mirror's secret compartment, waiting to be discovered. Eliza, imprisoned in the asylum for women, had been subjected to inhumane treatment and had become a shell of her former self. She continued to reach out to me through the mirror, her eyes filled with desperation, reminding me of the urgency of our mission. With each passing day, my connection to the alternate reality grew stronger. I could feel the mirror's pull on my soul, drawing me further into its mysteries. I began to experience disorienting flashes of the Victorian era, moments when my surroundings would shift, and I would find myself transported to Eliza's world, living fragments of her life. These time-traveling episodes were disconcerting and surreal. I witnessed firsthand the cruelty of the asylum staff, the bleakness of Eliza's existence, and the moments of stolen joy she shared with Samuel during their secret meetings. I also began to understand the true nature of the curse that bound Eliza to the mirror. It was a curse of eternal torment, a prison that trapped her between dimensions, reliving the most painful moments of her life for all eternity. Only by uncovering the evidence that would exonerate Samuel and reveal the conspiracy could I hope to break this malevolent enchantment. My life outside the mirror's influence began to unravel. I became increasingly isolated from friends and family, consumed by my obsession with Eliza's plight. I had become a prisoner of the mirror, bound by a sense of duty and guilt to free her from her eternal suffering. The closer I came to uncovering the truth, the more sinister the forces arrayed against me became. I received threatening messages, warning me to abandon my quest. My research notes vanished, and my home was ransacked by unknown intruders. It was clear that someone was determined to keep the secrets of the past buried. Despite the dangers and the growing sense of dread that surrounded me, I couldn't turn back. Eliza's fate had become intertwined with my own, and I had a moral obligation to see our mission through to the end. The key to breaking the curse lay hidden within the mirror's secret compartment, but I would need to confront the malevolent forces that protected it. It was a daunting task, and the risks were great, but I was driven by a sense of purpose and a deepening connection to Eliza's spirit. And so, as I stood before the antique mirror, my hand trembling as I reached for the hidden compartment, I knew that the final chapter of our harrowing journey was about to unfold. The secrets of the past, the mysteries of the mirror, and the fate of Eliza all hung in the balance, waiting to be uncovered in the unsettling alternate reality that had become my second existence. With trembling hands, I carefully opened the hidden compartment within the antique mirror. Inside, I found a collection of yellowed papers tied together with a ribbon. These were the love letters exchanged between Eliza and Samuel, the evidence that could exonerate him and reveal the sinister conspiracy that had torn their lives apart. As I read through the letters, the depth of their love and the cruelty of their circumstances became painfully clear. Their words were filled with longing, hope, and a desperate desire for justice. It was as if their spirits had transcended time to convey their story to me through the written word. The more I delved into the letters, the stronger my connection to Eliza and Samuel's world became. I could feel their emotions, their struggles, and their unwavering determination to be together. It was as if their love had become a part of my own being, a force that propelled me forward in my quest for justice. But the letters also contained a chilling revelation. Samuel had uncovered evidence of a secret society operating within the highest echelons of society, a society that was responsible for the crimes he had sought to expose. The members of this clandestine group held immense power and were willing to go to great lengths to protect their interests. As I continued to read, I discovered that the society's influence extended far beyond the events of the past. It was an organization that had persisted through the ages, its malevolent reach touching every corner of the world. It was responsible for unspeakable atrocities, its members driven by a thirst for power and a willingness to sacrifice innocent lives to achieve their goals. The implications of this revelation were staggering. I had unwittingly stumbled upon a web of conspiracies that spanned generations, a sinister force that had manipulated the course of history for its own nefarious ends. And now, I was in possession of the evidence that could expose them. But the malevolent forces that protected the mirror were not about to let their secrets be revealed so easily. As I held the letters in my hands, I felt a sudden chill in the air, a presence that was both ominous and threatening. It was as if the mirror itself had come alive, its dark energy focused on preventing me from uncovering the truth. I heard a whisper, a voice that seemed to emanate from within the mirror. "You have what you seek," it hissed, its words dripping with malevolence. "But the price for the truth is steep." With a sense of foreboding, I turned my attention back to the mirror. Eliza's reflection had transformed. Her once sorrowful eyes were now filled with a steely resolve, and she reached out to me, her hand extending beyond the mirror's surface. "You must not falter," she urged, her voice a mixture of determination and fear. "Expose the society's secrets, reveal the truth, and break the curse that binds me." I understood now that the malevolent forces would stop at nothing to protect their secrets. The revelation of the love letters and the evidence of the conspiracy had placed a target on my back, and I was in grave danger. But I couldn't turn away. Eliza's fate, and the fate of countless others who had suffered at the hands of the secret society, depended on my actions. I had a duty to expose the truth, to confront the darkness that had plagued our lives, and to bring an end to the curse that bound Eliza to the mirror. The final confrontation with the malevolent forces that guarded the mirror's secrets was imminent. The mirror's alternate reality and my own world had become irrevocably intertwined, and the boundaries between them were fading. I had to summon every ounce of courage and determination to face the horrors that awaited me, to unravel the mysteries of the past, and to free Eliza from her eternal torment. The mirror, once a source of fascination and curiosity, had become a gateway to a world of darkness and despair. It held the key to a truth that had been buried for centuries, a truth that could change the course of history itself. As I stood before the mirror, ready to confront the malevolent forces that guarded its secrets, I knew that my journey was far from over. The unsettling alternate reality that had become my second existence had one final revelation in store, a revelation that would either lead to salvation or damnation, depending on the choices I would make in the moments to come. The night was cold and dark as I stood before the antique mirror, clutching the bundle of love letters that held the key to Eliza and Samuel's tragic story. The malevolent forces that guarded the mirror's secrets had made their presence known, and the air was thick with tension. As I gazed into the mirror, Eliza's reflection remained resolute, her outstretched hand a symbol of hope and desperation. She urged me to expose the secrets of the secret society, to reveal the truth, and to break the curse that bound her to the mirror's alternate reality. But the malevolent presence that had taken root within the mirror was not about to let go of its hold so easily. The room seemed to pulse with a sinister energy, and I could hear whispers, ominous, menacing whispers that seemed to emanate from within the glass. "You will not succeed," the whispers taunted. "The truth is ours to protect. You will pay the price for your curiosity." Determined and resolute, I carefully unraveled the bundle of love letters, their aged pages filled with the passionate words of Eliza and Samuel. As I read their heartfelt expressions of love and the evidence of the conspiracy, I knew that the moment of reckoning had come. With the letters in hand, I took a deep breath and raised them toward the mirror, as if offering them to the alternate reality that lay beyond the glass. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of malevolent voices that sought to drown out my resolve. But I pressed on, my heart filled with the determination to uncover the truth, to expose the secret society, and to break the curse that had ensnared Eliza for far too long. With a steady hand, I thrust the letters into the mirror's surface, watching as they were consumed by a blinding, otherworldly light. The room around me trembled, and the mirror seemed to ripple with energy. The malevolent forces within it writhed and recoiled, unable to withstand the power of the revelations contained within the letters. It was as if the mirror itself was being purged of the darkness that had plagued it. As the blinding light subsided, the room returned to stillness, and the mirror's surface cleared. I could see Eliza's reflection, her eyes filled with gratitude and relief. She mouthed the words, "Thank you," before her image faded away, leaving behind an empty mirror. It was over. The curse had been broken, the secrets of the secret society exposed, and Eliza's spirit set free from the mirror's grasp. I had accomplished what I had set out to do, but the toll it had taken on me was immeasurable. Exhausted and drained, I stepped away from the mirror, my legs trembling. The malevolent presence that had once held sway over the antique glass had dissipated, leaving behind a sense of emptiness. As I looked at the mirror, now a mere reflection of my own world, I couldn't help but reflect on the harrowing journey I had undertaken. The alternate reality it had offered had been a double-edged sword, a source of both enlightenment and torment. I knew that the malevolent forces of the secret society would not rest, that they would seek to reclaim their hold on the mirror and protect their interests. But I was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, to ensure that the truth remained exposed and that Eliza's sacrifice had not been in vain. With a sense of closure and a newfound understanding of the power of the past, I carefully covered the mirror, concealing it from prying eyes. Its secrets were now known, its malevolence vanquished, and its dark history laid bare for all to see. The antique mirror, once a vessel of mystery and despair, had become a symbol of redemption and justice. Eliza and Samuel's love story, while tragic, had served as a testament to the enduring power of love and the resilience of the human spirit. As I left the mirror behind, its secrets revealed and its curse broken, I couldn't help but feel a sense of fulfillment and peace. The unsettling alternate reality that had entwined my life with Eliza's had come to an end, leaving me with a profound appreciation for the mysteries of the past and the enduring quest for truth and justice. And so, as I closed the door to the room where the mirror stood, I knew that its haunting legacy had come to an end, replaced by a newfound sense of hope and the knowledge that some mysteries were meant to be unraveled, some curses meant to be broken, and some alternate realities meant to be left behind. Life continued after the mirror's secrets had been exposed and the curse had been broken. The once haunted antique mirror now stood as a testament to the triumph of truth over darkness. The malevolent forces of the secret society had been vanquished, but their legacy would forever linger in the annals of history. I returned to a semblance of normalcy, but the experience had changed me profoundly. The memories of the alternate reality within the mirror haunted my dreams, a constant reminder of the horrors I had witnessed and the courage it had taken to confront them. In the wake of the mirror's revelations, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. I dedicated myself to uncovering the full extent of the secret society's influence and ensuring that their crimes were exposed to the world. It was a dangerous endeavor, one that required unwavering determination and a willingness to confront the darkest corners of human nature. The love letters that had held the key to Eliza and Samuel's story became the centerpiece of my research. I meticulously cataloged their contents, preserving them as a testament to the enduring power of love and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. As I delved deeper into the society's history, I discovered that their reach extended far beyond the events of the past. They had left a trail of destruction and manipulation throughout history, their sinister influence felt in the shadows of countless events. With each revelation, I uncovered new layers of the conspiracy, exposing their involvement in crimes that spanned generations. It was a dangerous pursuit, and I knew that the malevolent forces of the society would stop at nothing to protect their secrets. But I was not alone in my quest for justice. I had gained allies, individuals who had been touched by the mirror's alternate reality and had their own reasons for seeking the truth. Together, we formed a clandestine network dedicated to exposing the society's crimes and ensuring that their reign of terror came to an end. Our investigations took us to the darkest corners of the world, where we uncovered hidden archives, long-forgotten documents, and the testimony of those who had been silenced by the society's machinations. It was a treacherous journey, filled with danger and deception, but we were driven by a shared sense of purpose and a determination to see justice served. As we pieced together the puzzle of the secret society's history, we realized the extent of their power and the lengths they would go to protect their interests. They had infiltrated governments, manipulated economies, and controlled information on a global scale. Their influence was insidious, their methods ruthless. But we were undeterred. We knew that the truth had the power to bring down even the most formidable of adversaries, and we were prepared to risk everything to expose it. With each revelation, we drew closer to our ultimate goal, bringing the society to justice and ensuring that their crimes were exposed to the world. It was a battle that would test our resolve, challenge our beliefs, and push us to the brink of our limits. But we were not alone. We had the love letters of Eliza and Samuel as a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the face of darkness, love and the pursuit of truth could conquer all. The mirror, once a vessel of despair, had become a source of inspiration, a reflection of our unwavering commitment to justice. As we continued our crusade, we knew that the malevolent forces of the secret society would stop at nothing to protect their secrets. But we were prepared to face the darkness head-on, armed with the knowledge that the mirror's curse had been broken, and that the power of truth and justice would prevail. And so our journey continued, an unyielding pursuit of redemption and retribution. The mirror's alternate reality had left its mark on us all, a haunting reminder of the enduring quest for truth and the indomitable spirit of those who dared to confront the shadows that lurked in the depths of history. As we moved forward, we carried with us the lessons of the past, the courage of Eliza and Samuel, and the belief that no secret, no matter how well hidden, could withstand the relentless pursuit of truth. The mirror had shown us the darkness that lay within its depths, but it had also revealed the strength of the human spirit and the unbreakable bond between love and justice. And so, our journey continued, a reflection of our unwavering commitment to uncover the truth, expose the secrets of the past, and ensure that the malevolent forces of the secret society faced the reckoning they so rightly deserved.